Hey, we are back on the Silverfox Asal podcast with Shasi, and I have Hariss Harun, the national team skipper, and of course JDT's skipper, the team that plays across the causeway. And so far, we had a wonderful time talking about memories of talking about the national team,
Yeah,
talking about his NFA days. We shall
yeah,
go on to JDT right now.
yeah,
Tell me, I think we don't want to know about the football, Hariss. Right? We don't want to know
yeah,
because JDT wins everything, almost everything in the local league,
yeah,
and obviously
yeah,
playing now in the Champions League and stuff. We don't want to know that. Listeners don't want to know that. We've been watching. I've been watching personally YouTube videos, right,
yeah,
on
yeah,
JDT. I've been watching YouTube videos on the TMJ, right? How he
yeah,
arrives at the stadium in his
yeah.
I would like to call it a
Flashy
tank,
cars, yeah.
flashy cars, and his tank as well, right?
Yeah,
And the new spanking stadium as well. I think we saw the
yeah,
opening ceremony. That was like the Super Bowl.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was amazing, and you had all the stars
yeah,
in there as well. Now, is this all
yeah.
true?
Yes, it definitely is. He sure knows how to throw a party, so that's for sure. And I mean, whatever you have seen or listened, it definitely is true. And to add to that, this year we opened the club opened the new stadium, so
Yeah.
I think a lot of big things and big projects are coming up.
How is he personally, TMJ?
Oh, he's really a bit uh, fan of football. He loves football, and much to my surprise, initially when I first joined JDT, he knows a lot about football. Sometimes about owners where they just pump the money, the
Yeah.
finance into a club, and they just want, I want this player, that player, and just. But for him, I think he's a football guy. He knows what's happening, and you can see the layout or the setup, the structure of the club itself, how he has set it up up
Yeah.
till now, and you know that he is a football guy because I think you've seen him going to Europe to clubs like Juventus and some of the big clubs. He meets some high profile
Yeah.
agents and presidents, and I think he's looking at them and learning of them, and he's brought it back to use whatever
Yeah.
financial muscle the club has in the right way.
Yeah.
So I think that's how JDT is today, and still going strong.
Uh, any funny stories about the TMJ? I don't know. I get the feeling that you guys obviously respect him, right? That's for
Yeah,
sure. But any stories? I mean, any scary stories? Because he looks pretty scary sometimes, on like the way
yeah. I
he.
mean, he is. I mean, of course, he's obviously royalty, so there's a certain level of respect for royalty in
Yeah.
Malaysia. And for me, it's the same. So I follow the local ones how they are respecting the royalties there.
Yeah.
So the thing about him is like you never know in what mood he is in. So like
Okay.
one day he's coming and he's also, you can see he's like his face is like frustrated and angry, and next moment he's cracking a joke. you
Okay.
know and sometimes if he's boring, there was once we finished training, and he just took the ball, and we had a corner flag challenge, so all the players were so tired, but we just had to be
Okay.
there, try
Okay.
to hit the corner flag, and we were like, who's gonna hit the corner flag, man, let's end this first.
From where? From
And
where? Hit the.
from somewhere in the middle line, it's just on the ground. He was barefooted, he just took the ball, he was barefooted, so he was just trying to hit
Okay.
aim for the
Yeah.
corner flag, just to touch.
Yeah.
And he called the players one by one, come, Hariss, come, just try. And we were trying, and few of us, I think it was like 10 of us there. And at last, after a couple of times, there was this, my teammate, Shafiq Ahmad, national team player for
Yeah.
Malaysia, he hit it, and we were all celebrating, and, yeah. And there was also once we went to his residence in Mersing. I think he has a place called Flintstones
Okay.
there. And you don't believe how it is. It really is like Flintstones team. You will not believe how it's like stuff of not reality. It's just
So
like
it's a
back in the
big
movie.
it's a huge place.
It's a huge place. I'm not sure whether it's his or it's the royal family, but these things are like for them to go there to relax, and
So
but the
so
theme of
there's
it is like
so there's Fred and all
to
running around like from Flintstones.
they don't have the characters, but they have the team.
Yeah, yeah,
There,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's really really nice, and when I went there over the years, certain experiences like this.
Wonderful,
Uh,
wonderful. So
yeah,
just a quick guess, or you if you already know how many cars does he have?
I don't know, maybe more than 50, more than 60, or maybe more than that. I don't know.
My God. Helicopters?
Yeah. I never seen them, so I'm not too sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
well done, well done.
I'm
Now,
sure he has them in his garage.
I'm
Yeah.
sure, I'm sure. Uh, no, you won the AFC Cup with JDT,
Yeah.
uh, with JDT against Istiklal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Like,
Yeah, it was really memorable for us to win the AFC Cup. It was top. I mean, after the Champions League, it was a top competition in Asia.
yeah,
So for us to go all the way was really memorable. We were pinching ourselves actually because of we got a bye to the final as
yeah, I remember
you
that.
all
Yes,
know,
yes,
because Kuwait got
yes.
suspended by FIFA, and the clubs couldn't play. We lost the first leg in the semi-final, so we're kind of lucky to be in the final.
Okay.
But we were in disadvantage because we played away in Tajikistan. So they were the home team. They had it was cold. I remember it was cold. The crowd was hostile, very loud, and everything was against us. It was just us,
Yeah.
the team on the field. But we did well for ourselves. I think the boys knew that hey, this is the final. We cannot disappoint ourselves and the people of
True.
Johor, because the relationship between the fans and the club is and the players is really very strong. They are there for us every game. So we just went out there and we scored the one goal very early in the game, and we were just fighting the rest of the game, and we came through, and we were so delighted, so happy that we made it through, and to have that on the CV for all of us players was something really special.
Wonderful. Obviously now you guys are like a step up. Okay, no more AFC Cups anymore. It's all about the Asian Champions League, and that
Yeah,
that is the pinnacle of Asian club football. Obviously,
yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
it's not easy to even get in there, and you guys are doing
yeah,
it on a consistent basis. Now, how's that experience like, playing against the likes? And you talk about Asian Champions League. They are basically world class already, because I've done so many
yeah,
games commentaries on the Asian Champions League. It's a different class
yeah.
altogether, different
Yes, yes.
different. It's a step up.
It,
It's a
it,
few step ups. So
yes.
how has that been like?
It's at least, you're right. It's at least like three steps up from the AFC Cup. It's at least, so it can be more. When
Yes.
you play the top teams, we played like Kashima last year. This year we played Vissel Kobe. That was a huge lesson for us.
How was
So
Iniesta, my friend?
he was world class. You couldn't even you couldn't even go 2 meters within close to him when he has the ball. That's how good he was. Because the class of the guy, I mean, we don't have to speak too much about him. We all know how good he is,
We grew up
and he
watching
made the
him.
difference.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely, he made the difference in the game, and I think the team was at the whole different level with him. So I think to play against these teams was really great. I mean, last year in 2019 was an eye opener for us, but I think we compete really well. We put in a
Yeah.
couple of good performances,
Yeah.
especially at home.
Yeah.
And this year also, I mean, we only played 2 games so far before the stop because of COVID-19. But I think we lost won one at home, and I think it sets us up nicely for the rest of the campaign. So hopefully the experience from last year can carry us
Yeah.
through to do well, and who knows, and maybe we can make it to the next round. We have to
Why not?
always believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not? I think it always starts there, the belief, and obviously with
yeah,
the support that you have from
yes,
TMJ
yes,
and the whole
yeah,
management. I think it has been wonderful, and I always go back to one YouTube video which he which he put up, and he went on talking about this and that and this and that, but he just pointed at the background, and the background was just the field, the
yeah.
field. Yeah, I
The
think you
yes,
must have watched that
the
YouTube.
grass.
Yes, the
Yeah,
grass.
yeah,
We
yeah,
we
the
can
grass.
go on and on and on and talk about this and that and this and that. If we don't have a proper
Yeah,
pitch, what is there to
yeah,
talk about that? So that
yes,
that I
yeah,
felt was one of the most you know something that really brought the light really to my
yeah.
eyes, and that was wonderful. Now, uh,
Yes.
just a little bit about your injuries, right? I think you
Mhm.
had three major injuries, and one
Yeah,
that you had when you were very young with the ACL. I think it was the ACL
yeah,
injury, and then you had
yeah.
a fracture in the first game in the Suzuki Cup, the one that you guys won, right? The Suzuki Cup that you guys
Yes,
won.
yes. The first fracture I had was in Asian Games 2010.
Ah, okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
second one was in Suzuki Cup. Yeah, the first game.
So how did
Sorry, the second game. Yeah.
yeah? So how did you? overcome these injuries. And I know lots of people have gone through that. Obviously, the ACLs, and some people
yeah,
may have even gone for 2 ACLs, 3 ACLs even, and then got back.
yeah.
I believe, and touch wood, I haven't had those injuries before. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it is more mental than physical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Especially with the ACL because it's a prolonged period
Yeah,
and there's phases to the recovery. There's certain things that you can do and certain things that you can't do. So you have to be really careful with that. And it gets a bit boring in the
yeah,
you know how as footballers, as athletes, we are always trying to be active, to be
yeah.
moving around, and at the initial stages where you can't move like
True,
how you used to,
true.
and even to sleep is a little bit difficult. You can't be rolling around. You have to sleep in one position, and these things get to your mind after a while. So
Yeah,
it can be mentally draining and exhausting.
yeah,
But you have to be strong. You have to be strong. You have to think of the road ahead, the road at the end. Where you are coming back to play football, the thing that you love to do. So keep that in mind. To keep that in mind and to just come back as strong as you can.
yeah. For those of you, especially young players coming through the ranks, and I know of some of the players, especially where I'm coaching at ITE, and some of them
Yeah.
get injured a little bit when I mean
Mm-hmm.
when they're that young, and then it gets to
Yeah.
them mentally, so they've got to
Yeah.
really prepare for that. And
Yeah.
because I was also
Mm-hmm.
reading a book from about Arsene Wenger, and he said that when players were recovering, he got them away
Mm-hmm.
from the training ground because it hits
Yeah.
you mentally when they are there looking at other players doing it,
Yes.
and it could go either way again,
Yeah.
like I said. So I
Yes.
think
Yes.
that's a good thing as well. Now I want to talk
Yeah.
to you the last part before we say goodbye. Your missed
Yeah.
opportunities abroad. I think you had two
Yeah.
opportunities, one with the Portuguese side and one with the Spanish side. uh
Yeah.
what was it like? Was it really a missed opportunity, or just, if you look back on hindsight, you think,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
this is better than you know
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely there's no regrets, but there's always the what ifs. What if I have gone? Would I
Yeah,
have gone on
yeah,
to better things, as in bigger things, at a bigger stage in Europe? But I think with the Portugal move, the one that in 2013 when I was in Lions, it was a bit complicated because a lot of things were not really clear at that point of time to me as a
yeah,
player. And I was coming out of, and I just finished my national service actually this time.
yeah.
I was just finishing my national service, so that was one of the reasons because I finished my national service in August, and the club wanted me to be there in July for pre-season.
Okay, okay,
So that
okay.
was actually quite complicated and not possible for me to leave because the people here in FAS, some of the old management wanted me to go. They said they had it taken care of, but I had a little bit of experience then. I was 23, and about
Yeah,
I know a little bit of football, how things were happening, and I didn't want to take the risk to go without official
yeah,
black and white
yeah,
letter, because I was still in national service. I didn't want to go and come back and have some problems, and
yeah,
and of course there was the issue with the salary. Of course, people can shoot me and say that uh, I'm talking about money, but I think in football it's a short career. You have to try to make the
of
most as
course.
you can. And but I'm not saying it's everything. It's just part
Yeah,
of it. And I decided with my family that it was not the right move. And my instinct also told me that maybe this is not the move to go. So I decided to let the opportunity to go. Yeah.
yeah. So that I mean, sometimes you really have. It's about timing, isn't it? Like the first one you talk about the
Yes.
NS
Yes.
part. It's all really about timing,
Yeah.
and then even
Yes.
how you got to JDT was all about the timing, the perfect timing, and
Yes.
things
It
like
was
that.
a timing. I mean, you're talking about the money to go back to that. There were some arrangements made thereafter when I decided to forego that opportunity
Yeah,
to get me to go. But then it was not just about the money. It was about the whole situation. I didn't feel it was right. I didn't have clearance to go,
yeah.
but people wanted me to go, and it was just not right for me. So I did
Correct,
decided to let
correct.
it go
Sometimes,
and hope for.
yeah, sometimes you
Yeah.
do have that gut feeling, right? That something isn't right. So I
Yes.
think that is
Yes.
a very good thing as well for those of you who are
Yeah.
listening, the young players. Sometimes your you, the things that you
Yeah,
gotta just have the feel of it, and then follow your gut
yeah.
feeling, and I think that
And
was
I know I got a lot of stick for that because, but that's part and parcel of football. A lot of
yeah,
people
of
have
course,
their
of course.
opinions.
And
Yeah, but
especially about the money part, seriously, I really don't care
yeah,
if you go for 10 million if you have to, because like you said, it
yeah,
is a very very short career. You have to take care of
yeah,
yourself, your family, and I really don't have this people talk about loyalty. Seriously, there's
yeah,
no really such thing about loyalty in football. You got to
yeah,
really take good care of
yeah,
your family first, and things like
yeah,
that. So that was a good point
yeah.
that was brought up. uh I always do this on my episodes before we leave, Haris. Okay, and this
Mhm.
is called
Yeah,
the Silverfox Hustle Challenge. Okay, and do you know what
yeah.
that is?
No idea.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw at you 10 stuff, 10 things, 10 names, 10 whatever. It can be anything under the sun, right? And you
Okay,
just have to give me one word answers. You cannot repeat those for the 10 times, and you give me one word
whatever.
answers which is positive,
Okay,
because it's a positive show, right? So it's pretty
yeah,
simple. I think it should be a breeze for
yeah,
you, but it has to be positive, yeah.
yeah.
And you cannot repeat those words. You ready?
Okay, I
Ready, yeah.
think so. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
The first one, the National Football Academy.
Uh, Development.
Sea Games.
Uh, Opportunity.
The Singapore national team.
Um, Belief.
Kadeyaya.
No nonsense.
JDT.
Uh, Project.
Your ACL injury.
Um, Setback.
That's negative. You got to say something positive. It's
um,
okay. Your ACL injury.
yeah. It was. What can I say? Positive. I mean, it was motivation.
Good.
Yeah, it was motivating.
Asian Champions League.
Uh, High level.
TMJ.
Inspiring.
Tatsuma Yoshida.
That's my she died. Vision.
Great. Last one. Final one, right? Hariss Harun. Come on, something positive. There's loads.
uh, I would say mm, ambitious. Yeah.
Lovely. Great. Thank you, Haris. I think it has been
Thank you.
really inspiring talking to you, and I think you are one
Yeah.
of the inspirations for the younger generations coming up playing the game. Now,
Mhm.
before you leave, before you say goodbye, any advice for budding footballers out there who wants to make it big, uh, like Haris Harun?
Yeah. Just to the first and foremost is to enjoy the game as much as you can whenever you play.
Yeah.
And if you decide that football is the path, the career that you want to pursue, be prepared for lots of dedication, commitment, to the game, to yourself. Give everything that you have because what you give is what you take. So just enjoy and work really really hard. Yeah.
Thanks, Haris. Good luck with whatever you're doing in the future, especially with JDT, the Singapore national team. Good luck with the Asian qualifiers. I don't know
Yeah.
how that or when that will resume, and hopefully I will be doing
Yes,
that game
yeah,
as well. And please listen
yeah.
and watch the game
Yes.
after, so that I
Yeah,
can.
sure,
So
sure. I
I will
will.
definitely say good things about you. Hopefully, I will not be biased.
Yeah.
And one more thing.
Uh,
Good luck with
yeah.
the third boy coming up. Okay, congratulations
Yes,
again,
yes.
and
Thank
have
you.
a good Ramadan month as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sasi. Take care.
Thanks.
Nice speaking to you.
You too.